by myself. I don't wanna hang around y'all. Pray for good health.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Combat Sports Weekly. Boy, oh boy, we have got a lot of things to talk about. And of course, joining me, complete attendance po tayo ngayon. We got JC Reyes and Karl De Mesa.
What's up? Yes. Sa wakas, kompleto ulit dito sa fighting.
Diba?
Yes.
We are complete. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So yung mga may Twitch channels dyan, please follow us. Okay? Please follow Coach Franco 26. That's my channel on Twitch. We are live on Twitch dahil
Twitch na kami.
for some weird reason, gusto nilang panoorin tayo sa Twitch. So sabi ko, sige na.
Susunod, may gank na rin tayo. Di ba?
Oo, di ba? So, everyone.
Hindi lang talaga kami magkakaroon ng OnlyFans. Sorry.
Pwede rin. Pero,
yung OnlyFans, medyo
basta walang Diego Sanchez shit. Diba?
nakakatakot yun. Anong gagawin natin sa, di ba?
Bayad
Kung
sila
mag-OnlyFans
tig-piso.
tayo, magpuputlakan din tayo doon. Tsaka yun.
Pakitaan ng mga poklat sa ulo.
Diba? O kaya nakatalikod si Karl, nakabaluktot kami ni JC.
Malaswa.
Suntokin kami ni Karl. Diba?
Medyo malaswa yung dating
Violent
nun.
sport po.
Diba? Yun yung tapos yung mga kunyari nagkakatat pero lang, tawag dito nakatangkini.
Oh shit.
Teka lang. Okay, everybody, please make sure that you keep liking, okay? Sending out hearts, okay? Maganda yung, gusto ko yung care na emoji. Parang yakap ka.
Hug shit.
Okay, so please send us your reactions and then please share this this live discussion. We have so much to talk about. Tsaka ito dapat ata ewan ko lang pero para sa akin kasi dapat may kanya-kanya na tayong ambag. Okay, yung mga yung mga nasa comment section. There will come a time magre-require na kami ng ambag para naman hindi kami yung magmukhang chismoso all the time, di ba? Kailangan
Kumbaga sa community paluwagan, piso-piso man lang, di ba? Hindi man lang kayo sa alkansya.
So pwedeng, okay, so you can put everything on the comment section. Or kung gusto nyo maging anonymous, kung gusto nyo maging anonymous, yung iba po kasi, yung ibang topics namin, ginagawa namin yan. Mga yung mga dinadaan sa DM, di ba?
Mga medyo juicy na
We guarantee anonymity.
Modern narrates.
Ayan, si Coach Gabay.
Yan na.
For successful striking protocol na
Oo nga, congrats. Kami nakapunta, Cavite.
Diba?
Striking protocol for MMA. Grabe yata yun.
Alam mo yung Kumu, may nag-reach out na rin sa kanya sa Kumu Pwede rin. Kaso vertical sila Hindi ko alam kung kasya yung mukha namin tatlo Titignan ko pa.
Hindi ko alam kung pasok ba siya pag mag-stream ka kasama ng...
Tatlong itlog yun.
Paano kung may guest, di ba?
Yun pa.
Naninipis.
Siyempre I'm all about the experience ng ating mga viewers. Hey, what's up, Ben Cuevas? Ayan, si The Sports
What's up?
Please follow on Facebook and Instagram. Ayan, si Doc Carlos. Ayan, the best dentist in the entire, probably Southeast Asia. One of the best here in the Philippines. Doc, thank you so much for watching and listening. Isa pa yan, chismoso rin yan. Low-key chismoso yan si Doc Carlos. And then, tapos proponent siya ng mga secret training techniques. Okay? Yung mga secret training techniques na, yung mga ancient, yung mga death touch, yan. Tsaka ito yung, wala dito sa Pilipinas, US-based din pala yan si Doc Carlos. Okay? US-based yan. US-based. US certification, okay? PAMET approved, okay? So, lahat ng techniques yan. Silang dalawa ni Doc Noel Napa. Kaya yan, lagi sila nakoko. Hindi na ako magtataka kung si Doc Ron gagawan din ng content si Doc Carlos. Okay, hindi na ako magtataka. Kasi di ba, doon mo malalaman na syempre, yan si Doc Ron, check niya kilala ba to sa community? Kilala ba? Pag kilala, ayan, eto na.
For content ka na rin.
Chismoso, kamusta po? Kapwa Chismoso, Ralph Ramos, ayan ka na naman. Mag-news muna tayo.
Roll PH, wait lang.
News and updates muna tayo. Everyone, please share this live discussion. We have a special guest later. Naayos lang yung kanyang schedule. Hopefully talagang maipasok. Talagang pinilit ko na lang talaga na isilip na tayo. Now, everyone, ayan, si JC siguro. While JC is sharing the Facebook, yung isi-share yung live natin sa iba't ibang groups. Okay, mag-boxing update muna tayo. So, of course, okay, congratulations to Adrian Larasan for beating Thai fighter Natapong Jankyo at in the 9th round. Okay, so 9th round TKO victory to, ha? So, again, Adrian Larasan. While Adrian Larasan, congratulations, napakagaling, okay? This is his 4th TKO victory versus a Thai fighter. And ito yun, take note, he won in Thailand. So for you, a Filipino boxer to win in foreign soil, okay? Thailand pa, 'di ba? Yan yung ng mga Pinoy fighters, yan ang plight ng Pinoy fighters whenever they travel and fight abroad. You have to win convincingly. Kasi ilang beses na tayong ang ganda ng laban, ang ganda ng performance. Si JC has covered. JC has covered so many fights of Filipinos. I see his updates. Talagang bumagsak 2 beses, tapos ang panalo lang split decision. Like what the hell, di ba?
Unfortunately sa Thailand, sa Japan, and sa Mexico, and sa ibang sa Africa, doon tayo madalas nadadala sa mga ganyan. Hindi ko rin alam kung bakit.
Iba talaga eh. It's the fight game. Unfortunately, this is the ugly side of the fight game that we all just have to So talagang dapat yan. Kung mananalo ka, kailangan manalo ka convincingly. Kailangan talaga pabagsakin mo. So again, Adrian Larasan, please follow him on Facebook and on Instagram at Adrian Larasan. Excuse me. Larasan is now the WBA Asia Super Flyweight Champion. Okay, so next one, number 1 ranked flyweight contender is Jade Bornea. Okay, 17-0, 11 knockouts. He's gonna return on August 19 sa he just fought in Mexico. Okay, this guy is something to watch out for. Panalo siya. Okay, so now, ano ba to, JC? So kung number 1 contender ka sa IBF, ikaw na next title shot, no?
Ideally, yes.
So, he got number 1 ranked. Ayan, okay. So
actually, number 1 ranked na siya. He took the fight para lang to stay active. Galing. Ang lakas din talaga ng loob.
Lakas.
Kasi kung natalo siya, he could have lost that ranking.
That ranking. Oo. So now, ang tawag ito, Jade Bornea, okay, defeated veteran Ivan Flores. Okay. Ivan Flores previously fought Chocolatito, Felix Alvarado, and Julio Cesar Martinez. So this is going to be, this is definitely a huge win for Jade Bornea. Of course, yung mga everyone is making this happen. So Omega Boxing Promotions, Sandman Promotions, 'di ba? Ang galing.
Omega and Sandman are currently in Japan. Tuloy-tuloy pa rin yung may mga naka-line up pa sila ng mga lalaban within this week, if I remember right, na mga fighters, both Sandman and Omega. Nagtutulong sila na dalawang magkaibang camps para sa mga upcoming fights within this week ng mga fighters natin na Pinoy doon, which is amazing.
So kailangan you have to watch out, okay? Ayan, sumasagot lang ako sa ating special guest.
And then of course, yung si Emmanuel Navarrete, one of the champions in the featherweight division, also defended this title kahapon and won via the 6th round. And then, syempre, yung biggest boxing news for this weekend, Anthony Joshua versus Alexander Usyk. Naggrabe yung laban.
Grabe yon. Alexander Usyk, he's just definitely on another level. Anthony Joshua did really, really well in that fight. He actually had a better performance compared to the first fight. Usyk was just really savvy. Iba. I mean,
he got bigger for the fight, pero yung speed, yung pagiging calm niya and collected during the whole fight, nandun pa rin talaga. Grabe.
The thing about Usyk talaga is very elusive. Ang galing. Footwork talaga nagpapanalo sa kanya doon. He was the smaller fighter, pero he was the quicker fighter.
Imagine, yung galaw niya, parang yung galaw niya, friend, when he was in cruiserweight.
Diba? Ganong kabilis. Ganong kabilis pa rin. Ibang level yun. Ibang level yun.
And meron pang antics after the fight siya, diba? Grabe. Wala.
Mental breakdown na lang on Anthony Joshua's part yun.
Sobrang frustrated niya, I guess, that he lost na hinagis niya yung belts niya, stormed out of the ring, then came back para sabihin na, ginawa ko naman lahat, ba't hindi kita matalo? Sobrang frustrated.
Yeah, what's that about?
Oo. Frustration na lang talaga yun and mental breakdown. It happens. It happens talaga. And you just have to give it. It goes to show the level of dedication that Anthony Joshua has for boxing. And alam mo yun, this is the other side of fighting that people don't know. They just see the victory, they see the fame and fortune, pero hindi nila nakikita na sobrang daming pressure on top of that. So if you're Anthony Joshua, diba, you've been the reigning champion for the longest time, diba? So everybody has huge expectations of you. On top of that, everybody wants to get a hold of you all the time, diba? Media, diba? Different press releases. Tapos, yung mga, dahil yumaman ka, yung mga biglang kamag-anak mo, diba? Yung mga kaibigan mo hihingi ng pera. People who want to use your image and your brand for clout. Diba? It's ano talaga eh. It's a different environment. Iba talaga. Nakakasira ng
yung value din kasi, I guess, stock value nila bumababa pag natatalo sila. Kasi we've been, a lot of boxing fans have been waiting for the Joshua versus Wilder for more than 5 years now na hindi nangyari. Hindi mo tuloy-tuloy kahit anong mangyari. Pero ngayon na, pareho sila, wala ng belts. Dapat nga, nangyari na.
Pwede na yan.
Pwede na dapat.
And ano yan eh, normally when these things happen, that's the other side, that's the other dirty side of boxing. Ang hirap talaga to make matchups kasi it's a promotional thing. It's a promotional thing. Okay. Benson Aguirre, what's up? Alain Lim, Referee Florence, Ronin Crew, what's up, sir? And ito pala, speaking of Muay Thai, we have very good development sa ating Muay Thai Association
sa Malaysia,
of the Philippines. Okay,
yes, yung nanalo na bata.
Ang daming nanalo yung juniors natin sa Muay Thai. So there's this one thing I want to touch on. The future, the grassroots program of Philippine sports, especially in combat sports. Okay? Look at the juniors and the kids of the Philippine Muay Thai of the Muay Thai Association of the Philippines.
Yes.
They just competed abroad and they won. Okay? It goes to show
gold, diba? Silver, wala kang bronze ata.
Diba? We dominated.
Parang wala.
Diba? It goes to show kung ano yung program ng Muay Thai Association of the Philippines. The program, the coaches, the curriculum, it's there. Diba? Yeah. And ano pa to government support pa lang to. Wala pang private sector. Diba? So
minimal government support pa to considering hindi talaga nasusuportahan ng most
wala
sports groups orgs yung yun nga eh.
So again, please everyone, please spread the word. That's why we created the show, because we need to spread the word. Combat sports is making things happen for the Philippines. Combat sports is one of the industries that we need to cultivate. Diba?
Especially since
just imagine if these kids continue training, they stay focused kasi wala tayong problema sa training, sa curriculum, sa coaches. The Muay Thai Association of the Philippines has it. Okay?
Yes.
They've
especially
been there
Coach
ever
Chot
since.
and si El Capitan, gagaling,
Coach Billy, 'di ba? You can look up to, 'di ba, sila El Capitan, 'di ba? Sila Delarmino. You can look up to these people. They will guide you. Okay? So again, everyone, please go check out the Muay Thai Association of the Philippines.
Yes.
They have so many programs for athletes, for fighters, for coaches. And just look at the potential. Diba? It's not even potential eh. We're already beating
Nandun na eh.
expectations.
Add ko lang, coach, kasi magiging Olympic event
Yes.
na yung Muay Thai. So these are the ones who will bring home gold medals.
Diba?
And
So
to add up to that pa nga, sa IMAF Youth World Championships din. You only had 2 representatives for that, unfortunately. Pero, grabe yun. There's a division ni Riera in her division sa mga parang 12 or 13-year-olds. She got a bronze. Isa na
Ako, nawawala.
Overall, anyway,
okay, so when it comes to to echo what JC is saying, so we had 2 participants. We had 2 yun yung napadala natin, dalawa lang. Okay, sa IMAF, International MMA Federation Youth and Kids Championship. So this is a global event. Okay, this is an international event.
Grabe.
We sent 2 kids.
First time natin sumali, diba?
First time natin sumali. Those 2 kids performed really, really well. Okay? Isang lalaki, isang babae. Okay? So, si Zoe got silver or bronze. Okay?
I think bronze. Silver pala, silver.
Silver si Zoe, alam ko eh.
Silver, sorry.
Come on,
yes.
so bad with names. Sino ba yung pangalan ng lalaki?
Kausap ko lang si Coach Lester.
Alagay nga sa comment section. Yung mga nanonood. Tak Marikina. Coach Lester. Lagay nga sa
comment section. Coach Lester.
Wala ako eh. Anyway, so
the point is worldwide yung competition.
Worldwide competition. This is a global competition. A global tournament. And we sent our
si Julian Santos pala yung isa.
Ayan. Joey?
Julian Santos.
Julian. O yan, si Julian.
Yes,
so we sent Julian and Zoe. Okay? Ang hirap magpadala, mag-pool ng pera, tsaka ng support.
Yes.
Diba? To send.
Sariling pera nga daw po eh.
Oh, diba? Hindi na, ganon ang program natin. Diba? Diba? Alam na natin kung sino yung magaling dito. Padala natin minsan yan. Pero maganda rin na the way to move forward is to send the grassroots program. So isipin na lang natin, if these kids experience this level of competition at an early age, what more pa if they continue training? Yeah. Yun ang importante. That's how...
Kasing context na nawawala dun sa parang akala lang ata nila, problema papadala. It's getting the kids acclimatized to not only seeing other people, other cultures, ganito pala yung makeup ng mga Russian or whatever. Diba? Tapos yung crowd, tapos yung ang dami mong dadaanan, like, I'm sure may weight check and everything, diba? Tapos hindi ka familiar sa yung I'm sure you know this, Coach Franco, pero
Carl said it perfectly. Diba? The competitors, tsaka yung venue. Titos, kung nakita niyo yung venue, ang laki.
Oo nga eh.
Big deal event siya. It was inside a stadium, as in production levels. Tignan nyo na lang. Okay, if you don't want to believe us, go check out IMAF Global or International Championships for youth and kids. Grabe yung production levels.
It's the IMAF Youth World Championships 2022.
Youth World Championships.
And isa pang impressive enough dito is there were almost like 50 countries na sumali. Number 20 tayo, tied with Belgium. For a first timer.
That's a global north country, Belgium.
Yes.
So isipin nyo na lang ganon tayo ka-competitive when it comes to MMA. So please, 'di ba? I mean, kailangan natin mag-ingay. Okay?
Kailangan eh. I'm sure yung mga marites natin, yung audience natin, parang as much as we love talking to you guys about the gossip, this is what the show was made for. Okay? To highlight
sa mga importanteng bagay ito about the show.
So again, okay, congratulations to everyone that made the Philippines proud. We'll keep posting more. And then, of course, shocker, okay? Ayan, sabi rin ni, ayan, thank you so much, crew. Hey, crew. Yan,
Yes.
IFMA World Youth Championships 2022. Yan, go check it out. Okay, si IFMA rin. So si IMAF tsaka si IFMA, they're starting to be very, very active on social media. If you look at their
Yes.
YouTube channels, their Facebook
Nagla-live
channels,
sila sa YouTube ng mga
nagla-live
events.
sila.
You can watch the athletes live.
Kasi sa ibang bansa, big deal ang sports. Okay?
Yes.
Sa ibang bansa,
Sa atin basketball lang, pero
Oo,
Yeah,
yun
so
yun.
yeah,
I
if
mean,
we compare
not to
this-
knock basketball, di ba? Pero guys,
Yeah.
parang
If we compare
imagine
this to
how much
basketball,
further we can go with a bit more money and resources.
yes. Imagine mga bata pa lang to. What if tuloy-tuloy yung progression ng training nila and tumanda to mga to. Isipin nyo kung ano yung level nila when they reach their prime.
Tsaka ano to,
Oo.
hindi nyo, I mean, compared to Gilas, di ba? Let's touch on the Gilas topic. The
Yeah.
Gilas program has so much money in it. Okay? For the
Yes.
simple reason na Pinoys has a strong affinity with basketball. Di ba? And yung affinity naman sa basketball ng mga Pinoys, okay, hindi lang dahil sa, ano yan na it grew with time. And now also media perpetuated or really influenced Filipinos' love for basketball. So, sorry. Yung mga Pinoy, mahal nila yung basketball. Diba? It's because of what they see in the PBA, the NBA, diba? So, they have heroes, so dahil doon, nakita ng media na, uy, gusto ng mga Pinoy yung basketball. So, let's take advantage of that attention.
It was encouraged through decades talaga.
Yes!
Oo.
Diba?
Tapos
So,
may mga halo kasi tayo, kaya, uy, may mga matatangkad. Pero
Mm.
maliit pa rin abroad.
Diba?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Sa basketball kasi kita nyo, unfortunately maraming mga players natin doon, mga athletes natin doon, we have to pull them out sa iba-ibang bansa. They're half Filipinos pa or Filipinos who
We're tropical.
yun nga
country.
eh.
Yun lang talaga.
Itong mga nasa combat sports natin all mostly homegrown.
Mm.
Oo, hindi mo na kailangan
impressive doon eh.
Yun ang tsaka bukod doon,
Yes.
diba? Bukod doon, kumbaga kinapitalize ni media yung attention ng basketball to get profit, diba? To get money out of it.
Yes.
Okay? So,
Yeah.
naging other byproduct na lang yung pag-promote tsaka paglaki ng sport.
Oo.
So, if we can do that as a nation for basketball, let's try to do that. Let's do that for combat sports as well. Diba?
Kasi
when people
isa
talk
pa
about
yung
combat sports, when people talk about combat sports, when they talk about our athletes, when they talk about or when they post about yung mga accomplishments natin sa IFMA, sa IMAF, sa Jiu-Jitsu, sa MMA, sa boxing,
yes.
diba? Yan din naman. Like for example, Pacquiao. Ba't ba sumikat si Pacquiao? Kasi pinag-usapan siya ng tao. Tapos, eventually, yan yung yung mga media companies laging nakikiuso yan eh. So, isipin nila, uy, laging pinag-usapan tong taon to. Tara, i-feature natin
Simple
siya.
lang yan. Ano lang yan? Start, parang algorithm, diba? Start ka ng isa, tapos, uy, kakitaan natin to. Yan lang.
Exactly. Yan yun na. So,
Kasi,
please, go, JC. Go.
and pagdating din kasi sa combat sports, isipin din natin, one of the most famous combat sports sa Pilipinas, boxing. Since kailan ba boxing country tayo? We're a basketball and boxing country. And being a boxing country, being a combat sports country, dapat yung mga tipo ng jiu-jitsu, ng Muay Thai, ng kickboxing at iba-iba pang combat sports, yung nasusuportahan din talaga natin ng kung paano natin suportahan ang boxing at ang basketball, ang volleyball, and other sports. Sayang eh. I mean, nandun na yung audience, parang hindi lang siguro matap ng tama, hindi lang makakonect yung mga nagpo-promote, I don't know.
There's kasi, in fairness to basketball, guys, I think in place na kasi yung systems of scouting, promotion, sponsorship, diba? So, wala pa tayo doon, I think. Parang, merong ganun sa boxing because obviously andun yung malalaking payoff for fighters, di ba? But wala pa rin doon yung systematized for getting money.
I asked that question sa mga veteran broadcasters yung mga sports broadcasters. They said na we could actually do this. We could actually use the formula of volleyball. All you need is one or two.
Grabe din yung rise ng volleyball eh.
You probably need one or two standouts. Diba? For volleyball, it was Eliza.
To hold them up, to make them into like, kung sa US yan, yung mga nasa likod ng Wheaties box. Diba?
You use two people that became popular in that sport, and then you gravitate people towards them, and then you gravitate more towards the sport. So for us here in MMA, ang dami nating MMA fighters na charismatic, na magaling, na maayos, diba? Sa Muay Thai din, diba? For example, sa Muay Thai, let's go Delarmino, diba? Very accomplished.
Si El Capitan.
Goes around the world, active fighter.
Articulate. It helps na pogi po si El Capitan. Diba? Totoo po yun, sadly. Kailangan po yun.
Let's use that and then bring more people in to increase awareness of Muay Thai. For MMA, we have so many fighters. Diba? We have so many fighters that have characters here, diba? And we will discuss more of that later on. So it brings more attention to the sport. And when it brings more attention to the sport, you get more eyeballs, you get more money for events and for fighters. So now let's answer yung question ni meron ako nakita dito.
May phone in ba? May phone in question.
Ayan, eto na. Let's get to this na. From Clark Pironia. Thoughts on Kamaru Usman versus Leon, coach. Okay, let's go with Tito Carl, Tito JC, then me.
Okay.
I feel for anybody who actually, put money on Kamaru because he was the obvious choice. And he was piecing up naman si Leon with his usual stuff. One surprising thing was round 1 ata, round 2, he got taken down kasi hindi in-expect ni Kamaru si Leon would take him down, and it really speaks volumes about yung laki ng improvement ni Leon. Ang ganda ng back control niya. Like, how did that happen? Like, he was really a striker way back, diba? Tapos, yun nga yung pag-uusapan na natin, yung round 5, buntik na nakakatulog yung mga, that it was not a boring fight, but it was foregone conclusion for me. Even to the commentary team, si Joe, sino pa isa? Si John Anik. They were already selling Leon down the river. Asan bentang-benta na si Leon, si Rocky, kawawa naman. Pero pulling out that combo, if you guys have been studying striking or have been practicing striking, alam nyo naman yung same side transfer. Yung ilabas mo yung sa kanya, it was since southpaw siya, it was a cross. So pupunta si Kamaru dun sa kanan niya to avoid that, slipping outside. Tapos, so, nangyari na di na nakita yung kick and it was perfect. Si Leon wasn't even surprised when si Kamaru dropped. Sobrang na-welcome na si Nigerian Nightmares sa, Ghost Club. I'm sure you guys know yung Ghost Club ni MMA animation guy. Kasama niya si Connor, kasama niya si Ben. He was a great addition to it kasi nobody saw it coming, guys. Perfect.
Wala talaga.
Here, di ba? Not even sa jaw. Like, dito talagang nag-ring yung ulo. Like, nakita nyo naman yung bumagsak talagang. Kulang na lang may umiikot na mga birds dun sa ulo.
Sabi nga, gising pa daw siya eh.
Feeling ko kasi, di ba, nakabukas yung mata eh. Tapos, for once, si Herb Dean was like on point. Okay. Herb Dean's one of the best. I'm not shitting on him, but thank you for not letting Kamaru take even more damage kasi grabe, CTE yun.
Okay, JC.
Okay. So dito sa fight na to, round 1 was really medyo mas Leon Edwards, pero round 2 to round 4, ito na tuloy-tuloy na Kamaru Usman na to. So everybody was expecting talaga na by round 5 tapos na to, Kamaru na talaga to. Kaya lang si Leon Edwards,
bilang na ng pera yung mga
diba? Tsaka isa pang interesting dito, hindi nagkakalayo yung odds nila pagkakaalam ko eh. Malapit-lapit. So yung multiplier. So alam din nila na medyo tough fight to, pero nung round 5 na nga, nung start na ng round 5, alam na nila na wala. Kamaru na talaga to. Pero yun nga, yung ginawa ni Leon Edwards was a perfect setup. May mga nakikita na naman ako eh. Ito na naman tayo sa mga lucky kick, yung mga lucky roundhouse kicks na yan eh.
Sinwerte lang si Leon.
Diba, sinwerte lang daw. Pero if you think about it, kung naintindihan mo yung dynamics ng Muay Thai, ng striking, nag-set up siya. Actually, parang yung dating pa nga, akala ni Kamaru he was gonna get kicked sa body, kaya siya bumaba, tsaka siya nag-roundhouse eh. So, walang swerte doon. Talagang, it was a perfect setup for Kamaru by Leon Edwards. Eh.
I think it was even on Leon's IG, man. Pinapractice niya yung same setup.
Yes. May video pa nga lumabas nun.
Oh, diba? So, si Jovito Tupas TV, Coach, hindi ka nagko-content ng basketball. I probably have one piece of content ng basketball sa channel ko, okay? Kasi may nag-request na what are my so I did a piece on the Gilas program on my YouTube channel. So you just hop onto my YouTube channel. Ang title ng video parang hindi pwedeng puro puso na lang ang Gilas. Yun. I think that's the title of the video. That video
baka naman may i-call out si Sir Jovito na basketballer.
Parang medyo nag-attraction yung video na yun. It's one of those rare videos ko about not combat sports na And of course din naman kasi I play basketball. Basketball has been a huge chunk of my early life. So I know what I'm talking about. And then yun. So as a basketball fan, I'm still a basketball fan. And then I broke it down. Then nagulat ako, daming tao. Sabi, tama. Sabi ko, wow. Kasi nag-real talk lang ako dun. It was a semi-rant. Now, anyway,
it was
so ngayon, for me, it's when you talk about the Leon Edwards and Kamaru Usman fight, the first fight showed how Leon Edwards was number one, not afraid of Kamaru Usman, and that stuck with Kamaru Usman in the second fight. Next is when you can counter a Kamaru Usman's potential or his fight style, di ba? Doon natin nakita na in as much as Kamaru Usman is an evolving fighter, diba? He will always go back to his bread and butter, diba? Which is wrestling, diba? Yes, knockout power, yes, that's true. Pero Leon Edwards has knockout power too. Now it's just a matter of the skill
and
level.
deadly fingers.
And now we see that Leon Edwards is a better striker talaga. Diba? Leon Edwards was a better striker talaga. Leading to this fight, Leon Edwards is the better striker. So Kamaru Usman was doing the perfect fight. He was engaging and then he would pin him against the cage. He would wrestle him. It just so happened that Leon Edwards was prepared for that. So nakita mo double underhooks ka na take down mo. Nobody could take down Kamaru Usman. Leon Edwards was able to do it, diba? And then to cap it off, nobody was able to knock out Kamaru Usman. Leon Edwards was able to do it. So kumbaga with every fighter may kontrapelo talaga, and it seems like Leon Edwards is the kontrapelo to Kamaru Usman. Diba? In as much as Kamaru Usman, diba, destroyed Kobe, Masvidal, sino ba?
Yeah.
Basta yung mga nakalaban niya, he destroyed everyone. Here comes this guy who was number one, not afraid of him. Number two, he believed that he could beat him. And number three, had good takedown defense. Everything started with good takedown defense. And then, so now if you break it down, lamang sa wrestling si Kamaru. Pero in striking, lamang talaga si Edwards. Diba? Jiu-jitsu, lamang din si Leon Edwards. Leon Edwards has better jiu-jitsu than Kamaru Usman. Then in terms of striking, slight advantage to Edwards. So Edward, I don't understand why Edwards is the underdog in this fight. Pero yun nga, nadala na lang din talaga nadala siguro ng hype ng mga tao. At saka Usman had a really good momentum going with him. And he was dominating. Now, if we go to that ending sequence, it was a fake left hand followed up with the high kick. So, ang ginawa ni Leon Edwards was he would do low kicks, body kicks. He would mix it up. So for the entire fight, he was mixing his combinations. He was attacking low and he was attacking high. So at least kahit papano, should he gamble on the high kick or the head kick, medyo mataas yung chances na pumasok. So what he did was, fake left, tapos follow up yung high kick. That was the gamble. The gamble was the high kick.
Yes.
Pumasok.
Yeah.
Pumasok.
High
diba?
risk gambling. Pero pa
High
siyang
risk
fake
talaga.
jab,
Hindi, yung left hand niya, fake left, then gamble high kick. And it was a good gamble kasi it was the 5th round and he was losing that fight. Second, third, 4th round, puro Usman. Diba?
Parang wala nang mawawala if he
talaga siya.
Mawawala. Tsaka talaga, na lang talaga, ginamble. Tsaka nakita natin during the breaks, they were both tired. They were both
tired. Yes.
Diba? They were both tired.
That's the anong tag doon?
Diba? So Laura, I don't understand why
this
people are saying
Sanford MMA cardio.
Sakit. That is, I just realized wala nang champion si Trevor Whitman.
Diba? All of a sudden, wala lahat ng champions kay Trevor Whitman, diba?
Pero diba si Thug Rose left, hindi siya nag-training kay Trevor Whitman for her previous fight. Ito naman si Kamaru, alam ko hindi siya nag-train doon. And for this fight, si Kamaru naman nag-cross-train sa anong tawag dito? Sa Sanford para tulungan si Gilbert Burns. Kaya siya nandun. Then bumabalik-balik siya kay Trevor Whitman. So, naapektuhan yung cardio niya.
Naapektuhan yung it's the Sanford MMA curse.
Nahawa
The Sanford MMA curse. So ngayon, so dito nyo rin makikita na this shows the beauty of the unpredictable nature of MMA.
Anything talaga.
Anything can happen. Anything. Now, everyone, I need everyone's opinion in the comment section. So ngayon, Leon Edwards let's do a little bit of MMA math. I know this is stupid, pero let's try to do an MMA math. So what happens
We all
now?
engage in it anyway.
So,
Sino na?
Ito yung possible na options for me. So they do a rematch. Okay? They do a rematch. So Usman and Usman and
number
Usman
3
and Edwards 3. Diba? To close the chapter. That's gonna make money.
Yes.
Another fight could be, diba? Edwards would say, no, let him climb up the ladder, diba? Sabi ni Edwards, I'm the champ, I have leverage. So now, Usman can probably fight Khamzat Shamab.
The winner of Diaz Khamzat.
Diba?
Pwede.
Hindi, ito yan. Nate Diaz naman, dadaldal din yan. Sasabihin niya, I got that guy in the 5th round. So I deserve everything that there's so many, and sobrang nagkaroon ng iba't ibang possibilities. So now you got Khamzat versus Leon Edwards. You got Khamzat versus Kamaru Usman, diba? For number 1 contention. And then Nate Diaz can enter the equation and say, hey, did you remember I got that guy in the 5th round? Diba? How come nobody's... Diba?
I need the rematch.
Diba? How I get a rematch? So hihingi ng rematch yan. Diba? Right? Maganda yung suggestion ni Ref Lawrence. Nate versus Kobe. So Nate versus Kobe, whoever wins can probably get another shot at Edwards.
Kaso, hindi ba retirement fight na ni Nate tong kay Khamzat?
Malay natin. Diba?
Sa bagay, well, the money's right.
Yeah, the money's right. Diba? The money's right. So, another one could be ito. Conor McGregor fights.
Oh my God!
Kasi,
kaya pala
natin if it's Kamaru Usman, parang shit, di ba? Parang wrestler to kakainin ng puwelo.
Hindi ko kaya.
Pero si Conor kasi, di ba? But now, Conor has a puncher's chance against Leon Edwards. And that fight could happen, di ba? The UFC can make that fight happen kasi it's a huge money fight. Diba?
It's a Europe.
Actually, may isa pang pwede na I think this guy is definitely gonna look for a rematch lalo na ngayon. Yung biktima ng mga daliri ni Leon Edwards, si Belal Mohamed.
Si Belal, si Belal. Pero yun nga, wala pa siyang
Hindi kasi mabenta eh.
Kulang siya sa clout, guys.
Hindi pa siya mabenta. Hindi pa
I
siya
like
Hindi pa nabakuan yung daliri. Pero
Hindi pa siya money
Colby
fight.
is a good, parang monkey wrench, fighter.
kaya,
to throw in the mix.
Kaya lang si Colby,
Make Colby do a number 1 contention fight para makita rin ng tao yung performance.
Yung
at the
loser
same
ng
time.
Hamzat Nate, pwede sa kanya.
Oo, yun. Diba? So,
Interesting ang welterweight ngayon.
All of a sudden,
Or,
sobrang daming possibilities.
Gusto rin naman bumawi ni Colby kay Usman pa rin kasi 'di ba dalawang beses siya tinalo. Pwede rin 'yan. Tapos whoever wins fights Edwards.
But Masvidal is also parang always a money fight. Tipong kasi wala na si Usman so parang
'di ba? Kasi diba? So ang daming pwedeng mangyari all of a sudden. Diba? Pero para sa akin kasi, if the UFC wants to make money, diba? If the UFC wants to make money, if Leon wants to make a lot of money, diba?
Yes, for sure. Babakuhan niya yung win niya.
Red Panty Day.
Nate or Connor yan.
Red Panty Day.
Red Panty Day yan. That's the way to go. Diba? Yun.
Ko medyo easy match
sino
si
pa ba
Connor.
pwede ibato sa mix na yan? Kasi wala. Kasi
yun lang.
The rematch is a 50-50 chance. Tapos, hindi mo pa alam if you're gonna get a lot of money out of it.
Yes.
Diba?
Tsaka 6 months to 1 year suspension yan. Na KO
diba?
Totoo.
So habang nandun yun, di ba? Make a money fight, di ba? Make a money fight. Di ba? Ayan, kahit si Gerald pa, Connor
Edwards, di ba?
Di ba?
Pwede talaga
Mabubuhay Europe dyan hanggang sa mga sulok-sulok ng mga stan.
Tsaka sabi ni Dana White, parang balak nila Wembley.
Gilbert Burns.
Sakto.
Guys.
Oo nga, Gilbert Burns pa.
Si Gilbert Burns, hindi naman money fight si Gilbert Burns
Hindi nga.
Sa bagay. Pero sa bagay, pwede nga yung Connor versus Edwards. Naisip ko dyan kasi, Connor's Irish. Si Leon Edwards, although he's Jamaican. Pero based in Britain siya, di ba? In the UK. So,
Leon Edwards, Conor McGregor, promote the hell out of it. Diba? Let Conor run his mouth. Tapos pagdating sa laban, kunin mo yung likod. Hindi naman gano'n kagaling. I'm pretty sure na mas maganda yung jiu-jitsu ni Leon Edwards kay Conor.
Yeah.
Iwasan mo lang yung kamay. Di ba? Kasi at any given day, Conor can still knock you out. Di ba?
So, I am looking at the welterweight rankings. Nasa 9 and 10 si Stephen Thompson.
Si Wonderboy.
Pa pala, di ba? Si Wonderboy.
Oo nga, no?
Saka si Sean Brady, who's, has no clout, but he's pretty good. Talent talaga.
Siyempre, kung ikaw si Leon Edwards,
diba? Tayo sa mapera.
If you're Leon Edwards kasi, di ba? This is my time. Sasabihin niya ngayon, this is my time. Di ba? This is my time, I need money. And why not?
Mamimili na naman sa kanyang harapin.
Di ba? You should.
Yes.
Diba? So,
Connor is not in the rankings, by the way. So, ganun na
si Connor, pag tinawagan niya si Dana White, sasabihin niya, pakilagay niya ako sa rankings. Diba? Dina, put me in the rankings.
Who the fuck's that?
Gagawin niya. It's gonna happen. Diba?
Today na naman, nakakita naman Dolyar. Yes, of course. Tomorrow.
Diba? If it's a money fight, diba? I really hope na they can make that fight happen. Now, if you want an entertaining fight, na money fight, sinabi rin ni Paat, tignan mo, sabi Gerald, parang kami niisip, Edwards versus Masvidal.
Okay.
However,
US, UK naman.
you have to justify this fight. Diba? You have to justify this fight. Kasi, losing streak si Masvidal
Yes.
Diba?
Yeah,
ito, may magandang tanong si Anthony Aiello. Sino ang Conor ng Philippine MMA? Sige. Sino sa tingin na Philippine MMA? Sige. Everybody, put it in the comment section. Comment section. Tingnan natin kung sino. Ako, may sagot ako dyan. Sige, sino? Sabihin nyo sa akin. Diba? I know of
meron bang may tattoo muna?
2 or 3
gorilla,
people. Yung Conor demeanor na lang.
Color demeanor.
Diba? Tignan natin dyan, diba? So tignan natin kung sino yung mga bet nyo dyan. Tignan natin kung sino may pinakamagandang sagot dito.
Comment kayo.
Mag-participate kayo, mga hayop kayo.
Diba? Sino ang honor ng Philippine MMA? Tignan natin kung talagang alam niyo yung Philippine, diba? Let's test your Philippine MMA knowledge.
I-separate natin yung casual dun sa action.
Tignan natin, diba?
While waiting pala for your answers, nanonood pala sa atin.
Ito para kami nasagot ni Ron Catunaw. Para kami, Carlo Laurel. Carlo Laurel is the corner of the Philippine MMA scene.
He's not fighting, sadly.
Sagot ni Gerald, si Gabriel D. Rolando Gabriel D.
International, pwede.
Hindi. Gabby doesn't talk trash kasi. No. Gabby doesn't talk trash eh. He tells you how it is. Diba? Sinasabi niya kung ano yung, he says what's on his mind, pero hindi niya hinahype yung sinasabi niya.
Hindi siya mental, psychological.
Sabihin niya lang na ito yung gagawin ko sa'yo. Ito yung gagawin ko sa'yo. Diba? Or ito yung pwede kong gawin. Diba?
Hindi siya makulit.
Or ito yung, diba? He speaks his, yan si Gabby. He speaks his mind. He's opinionated. Pero, not to corner levels. So far, para sa akin talaga, Carlo Laurel. Sige, let's see. Tignan natin kung sino pa yun. Baka diba? Baka may ibang pangalan na mag-pop up dito eh.
Napaisip sila
totoo. Team Montas, Carlo Laurel. Kinastigo yan for all I know. Naglaban sila ni Castigo. That was a really good fight.
Diba?
Twice? Yes.
Twice.
Twice.
The best. Two of the best MMA fights I've watched. Carlo Laurel versus Alvin Ramirez. Ang galing.
Yes, grabe.
And the main reason why it was good is because both fighters were good. Now, how did it sell? Both fighters were entertaining. And si Carlo yung villain. And he embraced that. He embraced the role of the villain. Kasi, yan. Carlo Laurel pa rin, para sa akin. Ito, isa. Conor Billy Jack. Si Billy Jack walang kwenta yan. Okay? Si Billy Jack walang kwenta yan. Dal-dal lang yan. Ngaw-ngaw lang yan. Ngaw-ngaw.
Conor. Paano naging Conor
yun? Diba? Kahit si Coach Joshua, diba? No better trash na hype guy. Diba? Carlo Laurel. Diba?
Okay. Coach Joshua na yan. Okay.
And not to toot the horn of my brother, pero everything started when Carlo Laurel and General Rulloda started mouthing off each other on Facebook. And amateur scene pa lang ito. Okay? For me, that was the beginning of Facebook call-outs sa MMA scene tsaka sa Jiu-Jitsu. Those two guys, they started mouthing off on each other. Okay?
It's fun though. It's fun when you do it right, diba? And I just wish we could cultivate that. Kasi obvious naman na parang medyo pikon yung Pinoy minsan eh. Pero kung they do it right, nag-hype lang naman tayong fight eh.
Hindi, yun nga yung maganda pag pinikon mo eh, 'di ba? That's why, 'di ba? Yun yung USP ng Battle of the YouTubers, 'di ba? They just rile up your emotions.
Yun lang yung
diba? Doesn't matter anymore kung maganda yung performance mo sa ring or sa
diba? God, I wish the slap the slap fights.
Yung slap showdown diba? Philippines talaga.
Diba? Slap
showdown Philippines talaga. Grabe. Yan para sa
malaki potential nun eh.
Alam nyo, imbis na mag-tulfo kayo, okay? Di ba? Imbis na pagkakitaan kayo ng tulfo, di ba? Mag-message na lang kayo sa Slap Showdown Philippines.
Slap Showdown.
Di ba? Ito po yung umagaw ng jowa ko, di ba? So lagay nyo sa gitna yung lalaki o yung babae, tapos kayo, Slap Showdown kayong dalawa, di ba? Para sa akin, yun na lang. Kasi yung sa Tulfo, susubukan pa nila kayong pagbatiin.
Wala na, hindi.
Tapos pag na-monetize
Jerry
naman
Springer itong slap
diba?
showdown.
Diba? Tapos pagka nagawa yung content, si Rafi Tulfo in action naman yung kumikita, di ba? At least dito sa Slap Showdown, di ba?
Nakikita kayo, di ba? May everybody has is paid, di ba?
Bayad yun.
Oh yeah, tama, Coach Joshua. That Gerald Carlo. Oh, that was the main event of that day sa UKC. Everybody went to that event just to watch them fight, and it was a really, really good fight.
That's how it
was a
sells.
really, really good fight. Teka lang, wait.
Yeah.
Mga titos. First time sa comment section natin to.
Oh my God!
Jelly Bulao, okay.
Oh.
Si Idol Jelly Bulao.
Ay,
Thank you for gracing our comment section. Medyo kinilig ako dito. Kinilig kami dito. Okay? So,
Jelly Bean.
si Carlo, ano siya? Ang alam ko, nako,
Okay,
nasa hindi
isiwalat
magandang
na.
lugar si Carlo Laurel ngayon.
Nasa madilim po.
Nasa madilim na medyo may ganon.
May mga baras-baras po.
Pero I really hope that he's gonna get out and that medyo reformed. He's still the same guy, okay? So sana talaga hindi yata Anthony, hindi yata masahista. Alam ko mayor siya doon eh. Not sure alam ko mayor siya doon So ano yan? Kayo mga chismoso kayo. Ayan.
Ang dami alam
Si Jelly. Yeah, si Jelly. Ano yan? Ang bilis ng marites moment ni Jelly eh.
Coach Jelly, I think already knew the answer but she had to put it out there.
Si Jelly talaga Alam mo. Mabilisang
Malolos,
marites.
diba? Shout out sa Malolos.
That escalated quickly. Diba?
Thank you, Titos. I need to go. It's been fun.
Ayan, tama lang yan. Okay lang yan.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, Tito Carl. Kami po itutuloy po namin ang kwentuhan at chismisan.
Wag po kayong alis at may special guest po ang Titops of Fighting. Okay? I just need to work. Paalam.
Bye-bye. Ano ko sinasabi niya ni Earl?
In the meantime,
slap showdown sana kaso. Isama ako hindi, di ba? I kid you not, okay? I kid you not, okay? Ang talaga is Slap Showdown Philippines. Gago ko si Alain Lim.
Kasi
gago. You know what? Boss Pellet versus Gary Garay. Si Gary Garay daig pa senior na senior na si Gary Garay. Di ba? I actually love the Boss Pellet na we have to give this to Alain Lim of Anitoshi Philippines. Go check him out on Facebook. Anitoshi. Very fashionable items. Pero imbes na Boss Bullet, Boss Pellet. So, yung mga supporters si Boss Bullet dyan, baka mamaya magkapikunan tayo dito.
Naman kayo.
Ito. Okay. Question for Coach. Gerald coming back sa MMA scene soon? The answer is no. He's definitely got some not really trash talking anymore. Yes, I would love to see that. Solomon Dultra versus Gerald Yoda na rematch. They're both brown belts sa jiu-jitsu as far as I know. In terms of skill set, definitely still good. Ang ko lang dyan is medyo wala ng trash talk eh. Medyo yung spectrum ni Utol pumunta sa kabilang side eh. Medyo collectively conscious si Utol ngayon eh. It's all about energy and so not a bad thing, Coach. Okay, not a bad thing. Pero enough,
pero that's something that baka pwede niyong gawin sa pagbabalik ng Artis Suave Super Fight Jiu-Jitsu.
Pwede. Tignan natin. Kasi the thing, I don't know if, di ba si Solomon Dultra, is he still competing or training?
Actually, parang hindi niya active eh.
Last I heard, parang bawal daw sa religion niya or something.
Parang ganun.
Basta may something yan eh. Kaya rin nawala alam mo, yan din si Solomon Dultra. Grabe yan.
Galing yan eh.
Galing yan. Busy Simon. So, okay. Ayan na, sumagot na. Ito mo, ayan. Mga lurker chismoso, si Michael Tyson. Busy Simon sa work.
Parang naalala ko the last time
pulis na raw si Solomon Dultra.
Wow!
Taga lang JC, we have to up our Marites game Hindi natin alam itong mga to, di ba? Pulis na pala.
Kasi naman yung pangalan ni Solomon Dultra sa Facebook hindi maintindihan. He changes name dun sa alam mo, script yun so hindi mo siya makita masyado.
Itong mga loko-loko dito na nanonood ngayon, bakit ba pinagbabaliktad ng tao yung pangalan nila sa Facebook? Can you please enlighten me? At least ako, I don't understand why people baliktad yung pangalan yung baliktad yung spelling. I don't know, may tinataguan ba kayo?
Baliktad yung spelling or ibang script.
Diba? I don't get it. Hey, thank you so much, Michael Plantilla. Okay, shout out sa iyo. Thank you so much for watching the vlogs. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, thank you for subscribing. Okay.
Si Dennis Martin pala, and si Ari Martin, and si James Francisco are all watching us right now.
Boy, thank you,
Magkikita
boys.
kita
Thank you.
bukas yata nasa event din. Manunood din yung mga yan.
Ayan, eto. Tama si Jelly dyan. Black belt ng Marites yan si Michael. The best yan. Mga reliable sources natin yan, Jelly.
Sa group din niya kasi na local MMA, madalas may nagkakamarites
local MMA on Facebook. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Diba, so many things that's happened. Ito sa boxing din naman, nakakatuwa sa Combat Sports Kalayaan, tsaka yung gumagawa sila ng iba't ibang amateur events that showcasing the local boxing scene. Ang ganda, tsaka ang daming amateur boxers na mahuhusay. Okay?
Yes.
Oh, ayan, si Elaine Lim. Ayan, ako, nag-plug na. Trident Unlimited releasing next week. Si Elaine Lim, gumawa siya ng combat sports na apparel line. Okay? So, you better watch out for I'm excited for this project. I saw some of the designs. It's really, really nice. So, let's see how it turns out. Oh, ayan. Ayan, kita mo. Ayan, pasimple lang yan si Saison eh. Good question. Sino pinakamagandang makalaban ni Mailman sa URCC? Yan ang ilaban mo kay Gary Garay. Medyo pareho sila. Kaso, kailangan natin ng medic.
pwede sa URCC.
Kailangan natin ng medic. Sino?
Si Mailman.
Hindi.
Papikein na naman eh.
Gawin natin pro-am rules. Gawin natin pro-am rules, di ba?
Sa bagay, na. Kaya lang lalabas pa ba yun?
Si Gary Garay, parehong seniors, di ba? Paglaban natin, di ba? Tingnan natin. Siguro naman, di na-atras si, Mailman dyan. Kasi medyo kaedaran niya na yan, di ba? So, tingnan natin. I'll watch that fight. Diba? And then, of course, everybody, tomorrow, tama ba? Tomorrow? Ayun, nawawala na ako sa pecha. Tomorrow, okay, it's going to be the URCC. It's going to be Bullet versus Mammoth Estroso. So, Boss Bullet, ang Bumangga Giba. I hope I got that right. Kasi, ang haba naman kasi. Sabi ko. So, Boss Bullet is gonna fight Mammoth Estroso for, modified rules. Okay, modified rules. But, isang malaking but, everybody. I want you all to pay attention. Okay, I want you all to pay attention to the undercards because this is a huge.
Yes, grabe yung undercards na yan.
Ito yan So you got Rex Agagad. Okay. Rex Agagad versus Toktarazi Ushkan. Toktarazi Ushkan. I hope I got that name right. Okay. So Rex Agagad versus Toktarazi Ushkan. That's in the 155-pound division. Okay? So, yun ang end! Teka lang! Eto na! Everybody, our guest, our fellow, this is the godfather of Philippine MMA, Alvin Aguilar, all the way from DefTac HQ. Chief, thank you so much for joining the show. Thank you so much for being here.
Medyo na-late lang ng content.
Okay lang. First things first, Chief. Congratulations to DefTac. Parang kalaman for winning. Okay, the recently concluded Manila Open and Dumao International as the head of a huge organization, right? The biggest jiu-jitsu and MMA team in Southeast Asia, or probably in Asia. How does it feel to go back and coach students in a competition setup? And hindi lang yun eh. During the second day, you're also coaching the kids division. So how was the experience of going back to the tournament scene and coaching everybody?
It's really, really nice. When you got kahit yung mga kalaban mo, you look forward to seeing them, interacting with them. Grabe, I'm very, very happy that things are back to normal. I hope na, kahit anong mangyari, our government hindi na magpapabola dyan sa COVID na yan. And no matter what happens, I'm never going to stop doing what I'm doing because of COVID. I don't believe that, syempre tayo nung umpisa, hindi natin alam kung ano talaga yan, di ba? Tapos everybody that actually knew what it was, used it as a crutch to, to make more money or to hold down people, whatever, kung anong agenda yan. Tapos lahat naman tayo nagpabola. So, wasted 2 years. And that would have been 2-3 years. That would have been, a lot of people would have been more developed. We could have had more competitions, more fighters, had better people. But all of us had to stop. But then we'll make sure that this will never happen again. Talaga.
And then speaking of combat sports, Chief, how does it feel to finally mount another URCC event here in Metro Manila? Because like in the previous episodes of Combat Sports Weekly, we always talk about the difficulties of promoters, diba, organizing events in Metro Manila for the love of the sport. Sabi namin, we always talk about them na hindi madaling mag-organize ng event, especially sa Metro Manila. But you guys over at the URCC made it happen. So how was the entire process? What did you learn about everything? And then how did it show the resilience ng URCC as an organization?
Well, first in Metro Manila, there's a lot of permits, a lot of things that we have to consider. I originally wanted to be in Okada, but what happened was when we were supposed to meet with the organizers there, I think there was a problem with the takeover there. 50 armed men died, and that was the day I was supposed to meet everybody there. So, di nangyari, and I said, grabe to. So, we went straight to the URCC fight night. I'm very, very happy. We have si Bullet, ang Bumangga Giba versus Sugar Ray. Sugar the Mammoth Estroso. So then we have a lot of up-and-coming fighters that I want everybody to see. I'm very, very happy we were able to do it. Well, we haven't done it yet. We'll see tomorrow if anything bad happens. But I don't think may mangyari. We already have the necessary permit. Good to go. So kahit anong mangyari, baka na pa rin.
Ayan, di ba? So, in terms of organizing events, diba, there are so many things that happen behind the scenes that nobody really discusses or talks about. At the end of the day din naman kasi, this is what we keep saying here. Lagi ang bagsak niyan dun sa tao na nag-organize ng event, diba? So if things don't happen quite as planned, diba? Laging it's easy to put blame on people, diba? But now, diba, we see that things can happen, diba? It's possible, and you guys, diba, over there at the URCC made it possible. So how is it now? Now, what can the audience expect tomorrow, Chief, when they enter Xylo?
Well, Xylo's the number one. Diba? When you go inside, Xylo pa rin yan, no matter what happens. The same place where we made history as having the only promotion that had 2 actors fight, na ginaya around the world. That they made sure that this worked in the Philippines. It worked around Asia now because of the Philippines. Now everybody in America is getting influencers to fight, and then we just brought it back here because tayo naman nag-umpisa lahat yan. I'm very, very happy that we'll be able to do this. When you go inside Xylo, very nice place. It's very awesome, the party there. It's all the party people as we go, go there. So very nice environment, the best fights. And then tuloy-tuloy na to. We're not going to stop anymore sa URCC. We've been gone for 3 years. We're going to make sure we outdo ourselves. Just like, Franco, I'm always of the firm belief, if you're not trying to improve yourself, then you're going down. No matter what you do. Whether it's DefTac or URCC. So now, we have to go way, way, way beyond what we're doing. We have to create more champions. Na hindi na pwede yung tatambay na lang tayo and nothing happens. No, we just have to go push through it. And then all of our plans were put on hold for 3 years, and we'll never let that happen again. Never.
JC, do you have any questions?
And so Chief, there are some URCC alumni na went to other international promotions na din. Are their titles gonna be open? Are the fighters from this card gonna be able to get the chance to fight for those titles?
Yes, there's some of them that still hold the title, like Marco is still the. Of course, we support everybody going to the UFC, diba?
Yes.
When the URCC can pay as much as that, then of course you stay here with us. But then, UFC is the pinnacle of an MMA fighter's. You always want to be there. Problem lang so far is like I said, like it's a basketball, for example. It's a barangay ka muna, then you play for your high school, for college. Then after college, may PBA. Ang nangyari kasi sa atin, barangay lang, 1 or 2 wins, diretso na sila PBA. After PBA, gusto nila sa international. Pagdating sa NBA, bakit natatalo ako? So there has to be a progression. So we've started that actually in PMAF already. We have to make sure that our fighters have proper exposure for the long run. We just sent 2 of our students, 2 of our people who always win in PMAF over to Abu Dhabi. One of them, Zoe Torreira, won her silver medal there in the World Championship in Abu Dhabi. And then one of our fighters, Yuan Santos, won 2 and then lost 1. And then made it to the semis in the World Championship also as well. So we're very, very happy. Sana next year we can bring more people, also from different clubs as well. I guess we had to do it right away kasi daming di naman niniwala kasi baka DefTac lang yan or something. No, everyone's welcome as you've seen sa PMAF. Now for funding, we're going to be working on that so we can bring everybody else. Lahat naman sa Philippine sports is always funding. Basketball, volleyball, pera dito. So, I'm hoping that we can create more champions, but then to make that happen, we have to work on our grassroots, make sure our URCC is so successful that I can fund more people to go abroad.
And then, Chief, yung culmination of this event, like so from Mammoth versus Bullet, what made you think that this was gonna be a good fight?
Okay, it's like this, actually.
Hindi, kasi Chief, sorry to cut off you, Chief. Kasi yung iba ang dami nagsasabi, naghahamunan lang online di ba? Naghahamunan lang, di ba? Dadaldal lang. Tapos may iba talaga magka-capitalize lang dun sa clout Pero kasi, this is not really, di ba? For in as much as there's a percentage for clout, when you look at the matchup, may hulog silang dalawa sa isa't isa So what made you, and this happened really quick. So yung thought processing mo doon, mabilis. So what made you think that this was gonna be a good fight?
Okay, first naghamunan sila. Sabi ko, I call up Sugar. Ano ba ginagawa mo? Sino bang hinahamon mo? Di naman fighter yan, di ba? Ganon. Hindi. Udi ko, Chief, kulit talaga whatever, di ba? Then sila Badong and Sugar put me on the spot. Oh, papayag ka ba na lalaban kami kay Sugar, kay Bullet? Sabi ko, hindi. Bakit? Hindi naman siya fighter. Work it up and then go, di ba? So, yun na. After that, usap-usap, tuloy-tuloy pa rin. And then, ito yung thing, this is really, everywhere na pumunta ako, kahit saan, security guard dito sa BF, yung mga waiter sa restaurant, Chief pa yung tawag. Chief, ba't ayaw mo palabanin si ganito? Sige. Chief, matutuloy ba yung laban? Hindi ko alam. Ganon. So parang, wow, talagang this guy has, might have something. Tapos ito si Sugar, pinunta niya sa airport. Tapos instead of picking him up, wow, nagtuntukan sila doon. And syempre, whether it's for promotion or anything else, that's a scary thing to do because once nakipag-away ka or may gawa ka ng kalokohan sa airport, terorista ka kagad, di ba? Or something, di ba? Airport.
Yes.
So, of course, we had to, help out para hindi sila makulong. And then, yun nga, I said, kung ganito lang, maglumaban na lang kayo, gawin nyo na. And then that's when I got more of Bullet. The Bullet, of course, has been training. He's a conditioning coach by profession. But me, more is like, pumunta siya dito. I didn't pay for his ticket at all. Siya yung pumunta dito on his own formation para hamunin si Sugar. So sabi ko, wow, okay. Talagang ganon. And then, bahala na kung pumayag. So, I had to, give that a little bit of thought. And then I also found out si Bullet has, of course, he has a wide reach sa mga OFWs there kasi OFW din siya. Ang dami niyang tinutulungan na OFW. He gets money from his YouTube channel and then he organizes a lot of outreach programs for yung mga kapwa OFW. So, grabe. So, okay, that being the case, let's help out, di ba? So, ayun, and then we're here. Yun nga lang, sa press com, ka na ganyan. I mean, I'm not pretty, usually we don't allow that. We let it happen. That's never going to happen again sa press con, I guarantee you, diba? Because a lot of, security and a lot of things are going to be put in place there. I remember though, nung nag-face off sila dito right here where I am. So first face off niyan kasi I just wanted them to meet. Yung pala pagdating, ang dami ng vloggers, everything. Kami punong-puno yung kwarto, di ba? So meet second time, okay na, awat-awat, okay, they leave. So sabi ko, okay, Bullet, you guys go outside first. I'll just stay here with Sugar Ray. Mawala kayo, don't want any shit happening outside. And guess what? May nangyari pa sa labas.
May nangyari.
Balance or something or whatever. So paglabas ko, wow. And then I said, and then of course, he said, tangin na my car, baka tamaan kasi tangin na.
Yeah.
Oo.
Ano pa ako, lalaki pa nila. So, ayun, inawat. And then what happened was, nung nagkaawatan, and then si Bullet went in the car, si Kiko got Bullet shoes. Like brand new shoes. Hawak-hawak niya like this. Itatapon niya. Sabi ko, dude, you fucking give him back his shoes. Di ba? Ano yun, di ba? So, binalik niya. Tapos, pikon na pikon pa rin si Kiko. No, you stay here. And then, we let Bullet leave. When Bullet left, after 5 minutes, sige, Kiko, alis ka na. Hindi siya nagsasalita. Pulang-pula na yung mukha niya. Sinampal pala siya. He rode his motor. Mahabulin daw niya. Sabi, good luck. Nakalis na yan 5 minutes ago. So, ayan. You know, it's good hype, very, very good hype. A lot of people think now, you know, we're downgrading the URCC or whatever. You remember, we put this up so people have a platform to showcase whatever skills they have. And MMA is not just for the pros; it's for everybody. Okay, everybody questioned it when Baron fought Kiko. I got so many critics. Oh, you're destroying MMA, ganyan, ganyan. And look what I said. I started that. Look at the world now. After what we did in the URCC, everybody in the world copied. They saw how many billions we produced. Everybody, after this, Singapore, Korea, everybody did the exact same thing that we started. So, you know, I'm not afraid of criticism and anything. You know, as long as we're doing what we think is right and our heart is into it, I think that goes for anyone and anything that you do. So, tuloy lang natin, and then we'll see what happens tomorrow.
Tsaka ano rin to and to add to what Chief said, a lot of people kasi when they do this celebrity or this vlogger entertaining fight cards, nakakalimutan nila yung undercard eh. Diba? Nakakalimutan nila yung undercard thinking na doon mo makikita na clout chasing lang din eh. But for the URCC, the same with the Baron and Kiko fight card, ang undercards, professional MMA fighters. As in legit MMA fighters. So not only are you capitalizing on the reach and the awareness that these two personalities are going to bring to the table, but you are also uplifting the brand of the personal brand of the fighters who are in the undercard kasi they will get so many eyeballs. So that's why I'm so happy to see nung nakita ko yung undercard. Sabi ko, solid tong undercard na to. Wala kang talo sa undercard na to. Chief, teka lang sasabi ko lang talaga. So, we got Rufino Mante versus Arlan Faurillo. Si Arlan, taga Bicol yan.
Yes.
Tapos, punta siya dito sa Manila para lumaban sa URCC. Okay? So talking about, so this is gonna echo what Chief said kanina. There are people who are willing to travel just to fight in the URCC. Okay? And then you got Lenen Oliwa versus Kenneth Maningat. Kenneth Maningat is one of the up-and-coming fighters that was very, very active in the local MMA scene. He's on a winning streak. So again, nasa undercard na. So yung pay-per-view mo na 300 pesos, sulit na.
Doon pa lang sa undercard, di ba? So
Joe Vincenzo is a monster. Tapos kapwa monster yung kalaban niya, si Kimbert Alentoson. This guy won the ano ba to, Chief? Di ba? RSF ba to?
RSF 2, di ba?
RSF.
Oh, yun.
RSF 2
Tama,
ata.
Siya to. So,
ang lakas ng bata na yan.
Ang lakas ng batang yan. And nakikita nyo naman, iba't ibang teams. Different teams are represented in this undercard. And then another one, si Adrian Makatangay versus Mark Julian Itaas. I was right beside Chief when we saw this kid fight. Si Mark Julian Itaas. Grabe to. Talo ng 2 rounds, 3rd round bumawi. So, it's so exciting. It's so exciting. And then of course, si Denzel Di Magila, nawala si Chief, versus Ahmed. Ayan. So, then the last one is Kaid Ahmed versus Denzel Di Magila. Kaid Ahmed is from Baguio. This guy is from Fightcore MMA. So again, another guy that traveled to Manila to fight in the
Dumadayo
URCC.
talaga.
Dumadayo. So again, this is to echo what Chief said. The URCC is a platform for different fighters and different opportunities. May nakita ko doon sa comment section,
Yes.
Chief. How would you define a complete MMA fighter here in the Philippines?
Okay. So of course we have the usual skills. You have to have good balance with striking, grappling, takedowns. But the complete fighter for me is someone who has his head right, who knows that he has to keep working. Ang sakit sa mga Pinoy is this: they have bad family members, bad managers, and then their attitude. Number one, you have to understand about delayed gratitude. Okay? Ang career ng MMA is paakyat ka ng paakyat. You cannot be barangay tapos NBA kagad. Walang ganon. Okay? You really have to go through the motions. There's no shortcuts. Alam mo, sa mga Pinoy, hindi, baka kaya ayusin, baka pwede to, baka pwede to. Walang ganon. Okay? You really have to go through it. Si Manny Pacquiao, look at what he went through. Na, kahit sikat na siya, Pinoy mismo ang nagsasabi, yari siya dito kay ganito. Naku, si Pretty Boy, what's his name?
Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah. Before Floyd Mayweather, the promoter also, Julio.
Si
Sino ba yung mga nakalaban niya? Si Ortiz, Diaz,
Oscar De La Hoya.
De La Hoya.
Yes.
Ito noon, patay na siya, yari to, ganyan, di ba? Pinoy mismo, no? So, he went all the way, di ba? So, ganun talaga. So, our fighters have to do the same. And hindi pwedeng isang instructor para sa lahat. Hindi pwedeng isang instructor tuturo ng boxing, MMA, jiu-jitsu. Walang ganon. Even like, ako for example, even if I'm qualified to teach in the other arts, I don't. I just specialize where I know I'm good. I'm of wrestling, but I don't teach wrestling. Diba? I teach jiu-jitsu only. I'm specializing there. Even if I know all the other arts, diba? I put it with specialists and we put everything together. Dapat ganon. So, also, don't listen to your family members and the managers here. 90% of them don't know what they're doing. Pera-pera lang habol nila sa inyo. I really, every time I see a manager for MMA, nagdiri ako because, siyempre, ito, si ganito. But then you can see it na, they're just, of course they're in for money, but if you look at it on long term, you treat your fighter as as an investment, then you'll go farther. Hindi yung quick hit ka lang, papapuntahin mo ko sa ibang bansa, tapos maupakan siya, tapos, you make this kind of money, kawawa na yung fighter mo, wala na. Nabugbog na di ba? So, there's so many things. So I think it's a strong mind and understanding the game. Now, another reason why I'm bringing in, internet personalities in the URCC is because, Conor McGregor proved that, you make noise, you get somewhere. Now, hindi naman ganun lahat ng fighters natin 80% of them are not like that. They're very, very, they're very quiet people. They're like martial artists. They have no life outside the gym. Di nakipag-usap. They're very shy. And I can't make everybody like a Conor McGregor, diba? But with bringing other people inside who have personalities, just like what Coach Franco said, the sun gets to shine on them also, so they don't have to do all of these crazy antics anymore.
Chief, may nagtatanong din, what were your thoughts on the Usman versus Edwards na? Marami nagtatanong ito kanina nung wala ka pa So ngayon, binalikan ko lang. Like, what are your thoughts?
Yeah. What do you call that? Well, that was a classic. There's a combination like that. It's actually a classic combination, but I didn't think Usman would fall for it. Okay. What happens there is you throw a right, but you pretend you're throwing a right, but you don't throw it all the way. Just enough for his head to do this. Then salubungin mo ng sipa. So that's what happened. And then, I think maybe, Usman didn't think too much of his opponent, maybe. And then his opponent was way, way hungrier. Because, grabe, it was like a classic combination. It's a classic kickboxing combination. You throw a right, but not to hit him, just to make his head to move. And as soon as he's moving, boom, yun ang buena mo sa kick. And grabe yung pagkasipa. It's really, really hard to see a champion go down like that, though. And I hope Kamaru get
And then, Chief, good follow-up to that would be on the promoter side, because you're a coach and now you're also a promoter. From a promoter's perspective, how do you see with the changing of the guard, kumbaga, how will this reflect on the welterweight division? And for example, ikaw, you're promoting, you have this dominant champion, then all of a sudden, tak, nawala. So as a promoter, how are you going to deal with something like this? Is it going to be interesting? Is it going to be a headache?
No, that's actually nice because now you have a story. Because now the guy who is seemingly invincible, you make a story around him and it says, you know what? He lost. Now he has to come back or he's done. So will he be able to do it? Or will he just, be just another champion that couldn't make it back? And after that, you keep promoting his other guy, to keep going against him. But I never thought I'd see that happen, though. That was really bad. And, that's a fighter's life. All great fighters had to lose once before, all good fighters had to lose once before they became great. Even Muhammad Ali had to go through this kind of stuff, diba? So, and usually when a fighter is, is undefeated, that means he didn't fight the right opponents, diba? So, but Julio Cesar Chavez is one guy who had something like 80 wins or something before he lost. So I think that was just age because this guy fought everybody.
Everybody talaga. Ayan, ikaw, JC, do you have questions for the chief?
Yes. So, Chief, kasi napansin ko sa fight card natin for tomorrow, there are around 4 flyweights. And sa mga flyweights ito, there are 2 na flyweight champions from other promotions. Is there a chance that any of these guys are gonna be fighting for the flyweight title ng URCC sometime in the future?
Yes, that's definitely. We're going to be bringing back some belts in November when we have our next event. RSF is our partner, promotion. The main opponent there is our brother, Congressman Arnie Teves. We thought ever since he's always, our brother. We work together and we'll continue working together. And I'm very, very happy for what's going to be happening because this is just a precursor to our November event. And then next year, we're going to have daily today. Hopefully, no, but monthly events.
Okay. Chief, last few questions because we all know that you're busy. Meron ditong, maganda to eh.
You guys, never too busy for you
guys.
Guys.
Thank you. Kaya love ka namin.
Thank you.
Ayan, eto, Chief, marami rin nagtatanong nito sa akin.
Yes.
Tsaka sa show. Is there a possibility that there can be another reality combat show in the URCC? Tapos ang balak nila, ito rin, medyo magandang suggestion din to. It's going to be Team Mandirigma versus Team Badass. So, it's going to be a Team Bullet versus Team Kiko. Parang ganon. So, is there something, are you open to the possibility of a reality show? Like yung ginawa natin dati, yung Real Pinoy Fighter, yung Kamao. Are you open to doing something like that?
Grabe, I guess there's no secrets in the Philippines, no? We've already
MMA naman to, Chief. MMA naman to. MMA.
No. As you know, we're doing something for boxing, but
Pwede mo na sabihin yun, Chief? Pwede mo na ba sabihin? Secret. Eto na yung comment section. Mga chismoso talaga kayo. Ayan.
Biglang naging active
Naging active, oh.
Almost at the same time, yeah, we've already started the plans for that. Everything's going to be in motion. We're just fixing and finalizing the format before we do our final meeting with the network. So looks like it's almost set already. I'm very, very happy because it's when we did Real Pinoy Fighter, we had good results. We had the problem was I couldn't maintain and sustain because we thought I was for myself. Now I'm in a better position. I have more experience and there's more people around to help. So when we do this, it'll be much bigger and much better. And watch the lot, guys. You guys are gonna really enjoy this. Like I said, no. We will always do things bigger and better and as we go on. And we will always infuse something new. It's not going to be like Ultimate Fighter. No, they're just there, ganyan, tapos whatever, diba? You will see what's going to happen.
JC.
Exciting. Meron pang, actually, meron pang isang...
Yan lang nag-usap ko, tapos lumabas na pa rin yan.
No, di ba? Kaya sabi ko sa inyo Sabi ko, itong show na to, daming chismoso dito Wala kami kasi, sa comment section.
Dami naglalabasan na bigla niyan
I am very shocked.
It's something usual every Monday na nagla-live kami, ganyan talaga sila. But yeah, Chief, ang question ko lang is, I guess it could be my last question kasi napapansin natin nung coming into this event na mangyayari bukas, ang daming drama na nangyari, ang daming tao na kung sino-sinong nagsasalita about the event. What can you say about the outside noise na natanggal na rin sa card kasi they were apparently really not necessary because they're not real fighters anyway?
Yeah, yun nga, Chief kasi tawag dito, as much as we want to avoid it, kasi tignan mo, wala na nag-iingay, di na siya pinapansin ngayon, di ba? Pero yun nga, medyo madami curious sa comment section. Pero tuloy-tuloy pa rin siya ng content so medyo, Chief, yun, ano mo doon? Pahapyaw mo doon, Chief?
Well, the first thing is empty cans make the most noise in any way.
Well, yes.
So, we had some people that we gave exposure to, tapos lumaki na yung ulo from there, diba? We remember we're the ones who brought him and, made him a name. Now, yung mga ganyang klaseng tao, I mean, you can make content and whatever, diba? The internet is a place where you can say and do whatever. Ang problem is, paano pagkaharap mo na ako? Ano mangyari sa'yo? Diba? Basagin ko yun, diba? I mean, play around, like, when it comes to content like that, let him do what he wants. In the end, I have to be in charge for the greater good of everybody. Diba? I have to make sure the fighters are paid. The fighters are paid well. I have to make sure the event goes well. So, I'm not going to bend over for anybody to make sure that I'm always against everything we're doing is for the future and to maintain what we have. So, when people talk, let them talk. Dami namang ganyan okay? But yun nga lang, diba? Like Mike Tyson said, diba? You get too comfortable talking because you haven't been punched.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but let's get there because ayoko na gumastos na demanda. Gosh. Diba?
Hassle Hindi, tsaka yung oras. Oras.
Yeah.
Hassle sa oras.
We have to be, I don't know, maybe I'm getting older or whatever, but we have to be, you can't for every dog that barks, especially if it's just a dog, diba? So as long as you have the greater good and you can see what's ahead, and then you're working for the greater good, then you don't have to worry about anything. Talk about if people are trying to bring you down or talk bad about you, that's good because that means you're on top of them.
And one last lang, Chief. Actually, nakita ko tong hype na to. Sobrang excited ako na nakita ko sa pages na URCC. Baka isa na to sa for November Yung Chris Hoffman versus Honorio Banario. Parang interesting na match-up tong...
I want this to happen already because what do you call sometimes we win, sometimes they win. And then the last two they won, so we want to and then syempre some promotion always says, oh, we have the best Filipino fighters. Okay, let's see it. Let's see it. Because in my is the only Filipino that can make it really well in the UFC is Chris Hoffman. So we'll take my theory now, diba? Let's let him go against a guy who became a champion. Now, I heard, though, that the other promotion did not allow. Well, we'll see. We'll keep going for it, diba? If ever, we can always co-promote. But then let's make sure it happens because we want to see who the best Filipino fighter is. And then...
definitely.
Honorio, we have one more fight, and then we go to the UFC already. And I want to make sure that, we have a Pinoy na talagang who can really, really carry our country.
Okay, Chief, last question for me. Medyo. Okay, last two questions. Sige, may isa dito. Ito, interesado ako dito, Chief. Rolando D versus Mugen. Are you willing to watch this fight? Ang daming may gustong makita to.
That's what I want.
Good money fight to. Kahit ako gusto ko makita to Game ka ba? Kahit na one.
Tagalan ng beef nila
I didn't know na may beef sila though, but the reason why I want them to fight is both of them made it to the UFC. Both of them are very, very, you know, they're veterans. They've been through a lot. Rolando works really, really hard. Same with Mark. You know, they're very, very dedicated to their craft. That's the fights you want to see. People are really dedicated to their craft. I don't know kung may away ba sila. Hindi ko alam But
Hindi, parang medyo may ano sila, analysis silang dalawa, no? Basta back and forth lang sila sa Facebook before eh. Pero ako kasi, game ako dyan. Game akong makita yan. Game ako panoorin yan. And a lot of people apparently want to. So you could probably, pang main card event to, pang main event material to. So I think, di ba, if Brave can accommodate a one-fight deal, mabait naman si Brave eh. Kaibigan naman natin si Brave eh.
No,
baka pwede nilang, kaibigan natin yun. Baka pumayag sila one fight, di ba? Gabdi versus Mugen.
As a rebel.
Oo, di ba? Kasi ayan, no, Gabdi, kahit si Ron, no, kahit si Katuno, sabi niya, di ba? Di ba? Pwede yan. Ako, game ako dyan. And then,
fight. Yeah. So, maybe we can make the announcement tomorrow night if they're both game. Diba?
If they're both game, why not? Diba? Tignan natin. Diba? Communicate muna natin. Tignan muna natin para hindi maputol sa spot yung dalawa. Ganon kami dito. Formal kami dito. Formal kami dito. Hindi kami dito. So, pero ayan, Chief. Ayan, teka lang, Chief, Ayan na. Ang dami nagsasabi. Gusto nila makita, Mugen, Gabdi. O, ayan. So, may traction. May mga tao. So, magaling naman kasi pareho. Mahusay. Mahusay siya. So, we can make this happen.
Lausa back again.
Oo, Janelle. Si Janelle din, grabe. Boxing, MMA. They just won double gold sa... 2 gold sa Dumao. Galing. Yan talaga, another UFC veteran din yan. Diba? Then now, I think he's also with Brave, as far as I know. So, I think we can...
I think Brave na.
Oo. Maganda. Ayan, ang dami. Nagbo-blow up yung comment section, no? Gabdi versus Mugen. Gandang laban. Alas Nako, Chief, wala na. Na-pressure tuloy si URCC. Na-instant pressure si URCC. Ang dami, Ayan, teka lang. Para ayan, Anthony Aiello, ayan, ito isa, ayan, teka lang, ayan, ito pa isa, Mugen, ayan, ano pa, ito pa isa, ayan, gandang laban, The Incredible versus Mugen, kaya para akala nyo, ayan, para malinaw na talagang marami na
Okay, ganito, let's do it this way. Tomorrow, if they're both there, let's interview them in the cage. Now, if they're both game, let's start it, diba? That's the fights they want to see.
Diba? Tignan mo to, si Arvin Chan, all the way from Malaysia. Uwi ako para manood lang niya. Diba?
Sa Malaysia na si Arvin.
Nasa Malaysia siya, Chief. Diba? Another URCC alumni. Now he's teaching in Malaysia. Diba? So, maganda talaga. Now, I think we can end with Chief here asking him, what keeps you going? I want to know as well, for the benefit of our viewers, what keeps you going in doing this? I mean, you've been in this industry, you've been promoting jiu-jitsu and MMA in the Philippines for the longest time, and it seems like, diba, you're not letting up. The passion is still there. And the responsibility is growing. I think more than the enthusiasm will always be constant, pero the responsibility is growing, and everything rests upon your shoulders sometimes. So how do you find the energy and the fortitude and the just to keep things going, just to keep moving forward with this?
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's I think I have one of the missions I have being on this earth is maybe being able to help these up and coming athletes and create more champions. I think because I'm pretty good at that. So I think that's one of the missions. And if you think that's one of the missions you have in life, you got to go all out, diba? Not many people are in my position to be able to do this. So, a lot of people are in the position, but they use other things. I only use it for one thing, is to make sure that, we're always on the map. So, hope we get there.
And of course, we can end with that. Thank you, Chief Alvin Aguilar, so
Yes.
much for your time. Ano,
Yes.
heading to
Thank
fight
you.
night, nakuha namin yung slot na to, and you hop on board.
Mhm.
And di ba, you just came. You probably had a busy day dealing with media and promoting the fight for
weigh-ins
tomorrow.
pa.
Chief, where can people find you? Where can people follow you on social media? Please let everyone know.
Well, what do you call it? On Instagram? What do you call that? Just go Chief Alvin Aguilar. I'm there, and then also on TikTok, I'm there. I'm actually verified, believe it or not.
Diba? Diba? Legit.
Coach Franco
Legit.
advised me to get on TikTok, and all of a sudden I'm verified now because of Coach Franco. And then. And then, okay, so, but if you guys want to watch, of course, I have Facebook, same thing, Alvin Aguilar. But if you guys want to watch, buy the tickets at Xylo itself or URCC.online. We also have our own URCC app, so you can get there. Everybody's welcome. We're going to open the gates at 5:30. You can get a drink, start early. We're going to start 7 p.m. sharp, get pay-per-view. And then I'll see everybody tomorrow night. URCC Fight Night. See you guys there. Bakbaka na!
Bakbaka na, everybody.
Yes.
And of course, I will add, please follow Chief Alvin Aguilar on YouTube for all your martial arts, jiu-jitsu, MMA, and FMA content. Chief, we've been plugging Kalye Tactico on this show kasi dahil marami rin nagtatanong about self-defense situations, real-life scenarios. Yan, medyo natatap na rin natin yung audience na yon. So we keep saying na, so please invite everyone to Kalye Tactico and your YouTube channel.
Yeah, okay. Well, I have a YouTube channel where I bring a lot of content. We have a Kalye Tactico Facebook group for those serious about self-defense. We have a lot of topics that we did there. A lot of that got erased though, so I'm building it again because I lost my Facebook account for some reason. But haters
yan, mga haters.
Yeah, but then they're not gonna. They won't be able to do that anymore because what do you call it? I'm very well advised by the Meta people in Facebook because Facebook is now my partner. So
yes, no more.
Wow.
Okay, everybody, thank you so much, Chief. Thank you so much for being on the show. Thank you so much for answering our questions. Thank you so much for your time. We will see each other tomorrow on Xylo. Okay, Chief. Bye-bye. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, everybody is all the way from the Chief's mouth and napaganda biglang mega.
Grabe mga
nangyayari. This is going to be interesting. That escalated quickly. Ewan ko sa inyo. Baka chismoso kasi kayo. Anyway, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Maraming salamat po sa mga nanood.
Quick shoutout lang sa founder ng Filipinos Boxing Enthusiasts na si Sky Santos. He's been watching the whole time habang nasa shift yata siya. So thank you for the support.
Ganda. Tsaka ganda ng mga ginagawa niyang photos tsaka graphics dun sa PBE. Galing. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for watching and listening and tuning in. Sana po nag-enjoy kayo sa mga developments natin and we will see each other on Xylo. Okay, we are going to be on Xylo. So I will be
kita nyo kami doon.
So I posted the links nung pay-per-view links on the different groups. Okay. Ayan, so from Gerald Pat, Warehouse MMA. Okay, go check out Warehouse MMA. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. We will see you next week for another edition of Combat Sports Weekly. Bye-bye. Pay-per-view, URCC, everyone.